The Itzinya Startup Academy understands that entrepreneurs are innovators who dare to create an idea and who assume all the risks of running a small business. It therefore provides the support needed to position businesses to reap the rewards of growth and profits. At the Academy, entrepreneurs go through all the in and outs of learning the mindset of an entrepreneur, refining their skill set, learning to recognize opportunities, and building business models to capture them. Itzinya's facilitators and mentors are on hand to help entrepreneurs conquer their fears, shape their marketing plan, and tailor their ideas of product to meet a need in the society. These are the stories of some of the Itzinya's bright minds.
My name is Jemimah Jatau. I am the CEO of Jates Communication Ltd. Jates Communication Ltd is a media services provider. We are located in Abuja, and we basically provide content for radio, TV, and also print, which could be newspaper, magazines, websites, and blogs. My biggest inspiration, I would say, came from my course of study in the university, which was mass communication. And studying that course made me realize that there was a huge gap and media deficit, so to speak. And I wanted to make sure I fill that gap appropriately in the society. I also knew that after school, I didn't want to have to work with someone or work with a company for the rest of my life. I wanted to provide content that media houses would struggle to have been aired or printed on their materials. The biggest challenge at the onset for me was finding great mentors who would push me out of my comfort zone. But as soon as I was able to locate, so to speak, people who wanted me to excel in broadcasting and also all spheres of media services, I was able to overcome that major challenge. The next was funding. With most projects such as the ones I hope to provide, you would need pretty much a lot of money to invest first, because people want to see how good you are in the first instance before they're ready to spend their money on you. So the second one was funding, pretty much, yes.
Now, have you ever been to those places where the food may be tasty, but the presentation is so awful that you're not even sure you want to be there? Well, Hooters is not that place, because the food presentation is like amazeballs.
I went into Itzinya with an idea of running a radio review program.
Hello Abuja, welcome to today's edition of Abuja Social Mix. It's your girl, favorite girl, the fun manual, your pilot, Jemimah Jatau.
But after a lot of brainstorming and advices, mostly from my colleagues or classmates and also from the facilitators, my services somewhat, or my value proposition somewhat altered a bit in a good way. My initial proposition was a radio program that reviews small businesses in Abuja, which I still have that in the pipeline because I am currently the presenter and producer of that segment. But I also, from the knowledge gathered while I was at Itzinya, I've been able to put together a better organization for my communications firm, where we bring in a pool of experts or professionals as cameramen, directors, presenters, script writers, and the likes, together when I act like the coordinator. And when I get a client, I don't have to struggle to do all that by myself because I would crash and burn. So I just bring together a pool of such professionals and experts to help me execute while I just coordinate. So before Itzinya, I didn't know it was possible for me to do that. I thought I would have to learn to be all that in one person. But having gone through Itzinya, I have realized the power of having a good team that can provide a service as good as you want it and as good as your client is insisting on. So Itzinya was eye-opening for me, and it pushed me because most times the assignments were a little daunting, and I just kept wondering why they wanted me to go around into the field and asking a lot of questions to people. But it helped me develop my business idea better than I would have ever done it without having gone through the Itzinya Startup Academy. My future plan is still within content development, but as much as I just want to start with radio now, my future plan is to go into TV and to have a syndicated, in fact, a chain of syndicated TV programs where I would air on a wide range of TV networks, and then to be able to pull, for the contents to be that good that it could pull sponsorship, and I would be able to run it for, in fact, many years, and in the process I would be able to advise, so to speak, or I would be able to pull in fresh blood that I can train, I can mentor, and they can carry on from where I have started or from where I stopped. The advice I would give people wanting to run media services such as mine is, it's very important to know from the get-go what you want to do. It took me a while to find that out, and I was almost like a project for Itzinya to just try and figure out where it was my strongest strength or my biggest strength was. So my advice would be, find your strength as soon as possible, and it's not always about talent, it's about how dedicated you are in building yourself to come to a skilled level where you can provide services that people would want to pay you big money for. So first is find yourself, find your strength, find where you want to major in, and then find mentors. Funding might be a challenge, but once you have mentors who are pushing you along, you would pretty much overcome that.